Intelligence. Intelligence is mostly the collection of data on people, which may add up to a summary of right or wrong actions on their part. It is basically a listening and filing action. It is done all the time about everything and everybody. Then one day some random data make a summation that can be used. It all adds up. But if one never collected data, there would be nothing to add up. Hence, intelligence consists of noting data about the activities of people from all kinds of sources. Joe is now working for the Daily Worker. The State Department won't grant Pete a passport. Isabel left Texas, owing money. It's all grist to the mill of intelligence. Carefully remembered, or filed, and cross-indexed, such data tells its own story someday. If we had a folder for Joe, we'd scribble on a slip of paper, "Works now 1959" for Daily Worker, a communist paper. A few weeks later, another scrap of paper is dropped in, taking B Science course February 59. A few months later, Joe moved in to live with Pete. We look up Pete. Obviously, Pete is a commie, as he can't get a U.S. passport. September 1959 we learned that Joe is asking for a job in the Seattle office. We promptly tell Seattle, rat poison. Forget Joe. If we kept files like that we'd keep them like that. Someday we may have to. Today we do it by memory. So we listen. We add up associations of people with people. When a push against Scientology starts somewhere, we go over the people involved, and weed them out. Push vanishes. Using intelligence to tell our friends from our enemies, and acting fast is why we have stable organizations, now, where we had shambles, before. It isn't better organization, so much as more peace bought by more alert intelligence. We know our enemies, before they hit. We keep them out of important positions. When we accidentally put one into a key post, and he starts to flub, we shoot quick, and get judicial afterwards. And we then add up who his friends and associates were. Intelligence alertness, even when we have no files, pays off in peace, growth, and progress. APA and OCA graphs tell their stories on people. Only the ones whose graphs don't change under processing have been found to be real menaces to Dianetics and Scientology. They have overt acts and bad intentions against us, and they can't talk to the auditor about them, they feel. So they're hanged. Every one of 20 known cases, who were evidently paid money to smash Dianetics or Scientology organizations, including Hart, Purcell, and Van Vogt, had hung graphs. No change occurred in any of these cases for 5 or more years of known activity, despite all processing. So an unchanging profile over years of processing almost adds up to dangerous person, has bad intentions toward Dianetics and Scientology. Conversely, people who benefit from processing, or auditors, who get consistently good results on pre-clears never get snarled up enough to attack us. Therefore intelligence has its bright side. By facts heard plus profiles seen, we know our friends. Intelligence is therefore that activity, which collects data, and keeps it adding up so that we know our foes from our friends, and so that we can act to separate out the sources of trouble in any given situation. Organizations with bad consciences usually look on HCO personnel as intelligence people. So HCO personnel might as well realize it, too. One small HCO hat is intelligence, know our friends, and our enemies, and what they are doing.